Holding tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they create. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sylvia. I wanted to come on first to say hello everybody. Welcome to the infamous Sylvia Show. You guys know I haven't been following this case from the beginning, but I got right back to Georgia and I jumped on this case. This is the Cash Out, the rapper Cash Out. His case is a RICO case. He was charged with multiple charges, I think over 45 charges, if I'm not mistaken. And but there are some things that's been taken off of the docket, and they are at the point where the jury has the case now. The jury is deliberating right now, as we speak. Now, well, not right now because they went home for the day. So they started deliberating about 4:43, something like that. And what I wanted to do is show you guys what happened in the closing statement. I just recently got approval from the judge, yay, to be able to share this with you. Can't live stream, because she's very strict with that. She doesn't live stream at all in her courtroom at all. But she, I had to promise the judge that I was going to follow her rules. And so she's allowing me to be able to have this to show it to you guys. Okay. So there's some parts I may have to put in my overlay and things like that where you don't see it, just in case it might be a hiccup in the video. So because I really want to follow the judge's instruction, because I don't want to lose that ability to be able to Sassy reposted this stream. Oh, thank you, Sassy. Thank you. Because the thing said Sassy reposted. Thank you, Sassy. So she's reposting my stream. Okay, because I just never seen that before. But anyway, this is closing statement. This is what they did is they let the defense go first and then the state came after. So I do have the state's closing today, which they did today, and I have the defense's closing from yesterday. So I'm going to play the defense's closing from yesterday so you guys can see what happened. And I know you guys, and I'm going to put up my my watermark because this is exclusive. This is mine. This is my stuff. So I know folks be like, "Oh, why she got to have her thing on it?" It's mine. It's my work. So I'm gonna put it up. Okay, let's see. Can I put that up there? There. Okay. Does that look okay? To put my thing up there like that? Because folks will take my stuff in a minute and just like, okay, I'll do this one. Okay, I'll do that one. Is that too? But let me tell me if this is. Which one do you like? Do you dislike this one? Is this okay? Thank you, Miss Wright, for welcome to the family. Is this okay? Is this okay? I want folks to see my stuff, okay? That's it. All right, I'm going to go ahead on and start it. You guys ready? All right, here we go. This is Mother Cash and Cash Out is right there. Mother Cash Out and Mama Cash Out, and Cash Out is right there. That's the other guy. That's Tyrone right there. These are the defendants. There's 3 of them. Mr. Matthew is going to come up and do the closing remarks for Cash Out, and then I don't know how to say the other attorney's name that's doing Mama Cash Out. I know her name, but I just don't know how to say it. I don't want to butcher the lady's name. And then we have Attorney Hoover who's doing Tyrone. And that's Cash Out right there. He has Mr. Matthews, the 2 Matthews, Senior and Junior. They're the attorney that's on the case. So Mr. Matthews Senior is the one that's going to do the closing remarks. And yes, please hit the like button on your way in, on the way out, because this is an exclusive. No one else has this footage like this. So, and I'm gonna try to get the others for you guys for the testimony of the witnesses, the alleged victims. So, and YouTube wants me to have my voice on here, so I'm gonna do a lot of talking, and hopefully it won't interfere it too much. How's everybody day? All right, the juries are coming in now. I'm going to give you the demographic of the jurors.
All right, thank you so much, Sergeant Pilgrim. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning to all of you. Yesterday, I told you that when we next saw you, you would be hearing closing arguments from counsel. That has not changed. Under the law, the state has the right to offer you an initial closing argument, and then defense counsel will offer their arguments, and then the state would have the right to offer you a concluding closing argument. The state has the option, however, to decide whether or not they wish to waive their opening concluding argument and just talk with you at the end and offer you a closing argument at the end. On behalf of the state, Ms. Winfrey, what have you elected to do?
Your Honor, the state has elected to waive its opening and reserve its vote.
All right. With that, Mr. Matthews, on behalf of defendant John Gibson, do you wish to offer this jury a closing argument?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you have the floor to do so at this time, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Matthews, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen of this honorable jury, I want to take this opportunity thank each and every one of you for your diligence, for your attention, and for the oath that you have been sworn and empaneled to do, and that is to try this case and consider it. You all have been with us since June 2nd, 2025. That's been a while, and we really want to thank you. I want to thank this honorable court for the professionalism and the ability to give Mr. Gibson and these parties in the state of Georgia a fair trial. I want to thank all of the lawyers on both sides for the professionalism that we displayed in presenting a case to you all. We are here now. I want to thank Mr. Gibson for the opportunity for allowing our team to be able to represent Mr. Gibson. Our team, like we said, on June 2nd, 2025, Mr. Carrington Matthews Jr., his twin sister, Attorney Takari Matthews, who's been behind the scenes filing pleadings, doing things along those lines back at the firm. Attorney Teresa Mafood, who's been behind the scenes, working on pleadings, doing writings on behalf of Mr. Gibson. I just happen to be the mouthpiece in this case, but there are a lot of people behind this team working on behalf of Mr. Gibson. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to represent Mr. John Michael Gibson in this case. Ladies and gentlemen, you are here, you've been here, and now we have an opportunity to make a decision on what happens with this indictment, the case that you have been sworn to impanel to try, which is State versus John Michael Gibson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to weave in the evidence that you've heard from the witness stand. We're going to weave in our interpretation of what you've heard, what you didn't hear, and then we're going to weave in some law, because the law that the Honorable Court will give you is the law that you will apply to this case. So this is an opportunity. So bear with us. We're going to go right in. You got.
Okay, everybody, can you guys hear it pretty well? Because it's going to go in and out. So let me know if you cannot hear it too well. Give me a 1 if you can hear this well. Give me a 1 if you guys can hear this. Share the live with the A1 content. Yes, exclusive. Thank you, exclusive. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and continue playing this. And this was from yesterday when Attorney Matthews did the closing arguments. And you guys listen carefully to the things that he's saying, because you remember I said yesterday how from what I heard from the testimony, I felt that it was going to be a guilty verdict, right? But it's a lot of charges. But if you listen to Mr. Matthews, he did poke some holes on some of the testimonies. And this is what I want you guys to hear, because I talked to him today about it. And because, I told him, I had asked him, I said, how would you feel if you lost? And so he started asking me a question about, what do you mean? How he says, do you think it's a loss? I mean, he is so humble. And so that's why I just love the YSL attorneys. They just so awesome. But go ahead. I'm going to just go ahead and play it. All right.
You guys have been here. You've been attentive. So this is our opportunity to talk with you and share with you what came out of this trial from our perspective. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the presumption of innocence. Mr. Gibson, Ms. Smith, Mr. Taylor, they are all presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. These defendants, they enter this case with the presumption of innocence in their favor. It remains with them until it is overcome by the state of Georgia with evidence sufficient to convince you beyond a reasonable doubt that they are guilty of these offenses which they have been charged. So they are presumed. They sit at this table with a presumption of innocence. It's cloaked around them. It's like a robe that's around them. They wear that presumption of innocence about them. And ladies and gentlemen, the burden of proof that burden of proof rests with the state of Georgia. Now, keep in mind, guys, when you see the state of Georgia is not just these three fine lawyers that are sitting at this table. The state of Georgia is every single police officer, every single investigator, every single detective, every single prosecutor that touched any aspect of this case, investigated, made an arrest, so forth and so on. That is the state of Georgia. The burden of proof is with them. Ladies and gentlemen, that burden of proof, it never, ever shifts and works its way over to Mr. Gibson. He has absolutely no burden whatsoever. He has no burden. He's not required to do anything. And the Honorable Court will tell you and share with you that that is not to be held against him. It rests with the state to prove every material allegation of the indictment and every essential element of the crime charged beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is reasonable doubt? Reasonable doubt, ladies and gentlemen, is the doubt of a fair-minded, impartial juror honestly seeking the truth. That's what reasonable doubt is. The doubt of a fair-minded, impartial juror honestly seeking the juror. It's a doubt for which common sense and reason can be given. After you give consideration to all of the facts and circumstances of the case, if your minds are wavering, unsettled, unsatisfied, then that is the doubt of the law, and you are required, because you raised your hands and swore, you're required to acquit the defendants, Mr. Gibson. That's required, and that is what reasonable doubt is. If they fail to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, it would be your duty to acquit. Now let's talk a little bit about what reasonable doubt is as it relates to burden of proof. Ladies and gentlemen, when a police officer pulls you over for a speeding ticket, that's articulable suspicion. That's very low, that's down here. They only need this amount to pull you over. Articulable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion, that's what that is. Then it climbs up a little bit to probable cause. Probable cause is, hey, there's a reason to believe that this crime was committed. That's probable cause. Another low standard. Then you jump into something in the civil realm called preponderance of the evidence. You may have heard these phrases before. Preponderance of the evidence is more likely than not. It's like this scale. And all the scale has to do on the preponderance of the evidence is tip it just a little bit. That's preponderance of the evidence. Just a little bit. 51%. 51%, you win. 49%, you lose. 50%, you lose. That's a very low, that's a medium standard. Preponderance of the evidence. Then you've got clear and convincing evidence. High probability that something happened. That's clear and convincing evidence, high probability. Then you have up here on the top shelf where the expensive drinks come from is called reason beyond a reasonable doubt. Top shelf, high moral certainty. You have to be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt at the top of here. So it's not something small. This is a high level burden of proof. That's what reasonable doubt is.
Hold on a second. Hey, the podcast with Soul. Hey. Sorry, y'all. I have to say hello. Okay, y'all. This is exclusive. I'm the only one that has this, the closing statement. So, guys, give me a share and a like and all the good stuff that you could give to this channel to help the channel to push it out. All right.
How do we get there? How do you get to reasonable doubt? If you believe that there is reasonable doubt. Look at credibility of witnesses. You look at police work and follow-up police work. But you're going to hone in on credibility of witnesses. Now, when you're deciding credibility of witness, you're considering all the facts and circumstances of the case. You're including the witness's manner of testifying, their intelligence, their means and opportunity of knowing the facts about which they testify, the nature of the facts about which they testify, the probability or improbability of their testimony, their interest or lack of interest in the outcome of the case, and their personal credibility as you observe it. That's what you're doing when you're assessing credibility of witnesses. Now, when you impeach a witness, you show that that witness is unworthy of belief. Basically, a witness may be impeached by disproving the facts to which the witness testified. Now, when you're getting into the credibility of a witness, your assessment of a trial witness's credibility may be affected by comparing or contrasting that testimony to statements or testimony of the same witness before the trial started. So if you've got prior statements over here that happened before we got into this trial, they get into the trial, they say something else, those are prior statements. As with all issues of witness credibility, you, the jury, must apply your common sense and your reason to decide what testimony you will believe and that which you will not believe. That's how we assess prior statements. Now, Mr. Gibson is charged in count 2. Count 2 deals with Jasmine Brown, trafficking a person for sexual servitude through the use of deception and coercion by creating or confirming an impression of an existing fact which is false. The dates on count 2 that the state alleged in their indictment, which is not evidence. Remember, we were in jury selection. You kept saying, the indictment which is not evidence, the indictment which is not evidence, the indictment which is not evidence. It hasn't changed. The indictment is not evidence. Count 2. Between the 27th day of March 2018 and the 28th day of March 2018, they're saying that Mr. Gibson trafficked Jasmine Brown by creating and confirming some type of impression of an existing fact which is false. We're going to get into it. But that's count 2 for your consideration, that trafficking. We're going to get into it. Count 2, Mr. Gibson. Jasmine Brown. Count 22. Mr. Gibson, Jasmine Brown. Trafficking of a person for sexual servitude, March 27, 2018, through June 1st, 2019, did benefit financially and receive anything of value from the sexual servitude of Jasmine Brown. So when you're talking about sex trafficking, you're talking about sexual servitude, force or coercion, deception, coercion, force, deception. That's what makes out sexual. Those are the elements. So that's count 22. Okay, count 23. Did knowingly entice, recruit, provide, harbor, subject, solicit, and maintain Jasmine Brown through the use of deception and coercion by causing and threatening to cause bodily harm to Jasmine Brown to compel compliance. That's count 23. We're still on Jasmine Brown. Count 23. 2, 22, 23. Let's go to count 24. Aggravated assault. They're saying that Mr. Gibson committed an aggravated assault on Jasmine Brown with an object that they're referring to as a belt that, when used offensively against her, was likely to result in serious bodily injury. Striking her with the belt. Serious bodily injury. They're associating aggravated assault with serious bodily injury. That's what they're saying in count 24. Aggravated assault, hit with the belt, is likely to or did receive serious bodily injury. That's what they allege in count 24. Guess what?
Okay, my ex folks, come on over to YouTube, because I'm about to end the X. Come on over to YouTube. I'm about to end the X. It's Infamous Sylvia on YouTube, okay? Come on over to YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, in count 30, what did they do? They allege for the same conduct, simple battery. Count 30. They said in their indictment for simple battery that by using that same alleged belt caused physical harm to Jasmine Brown. Simple battery. That's count 30. We're on Jasmine Brown. 2, 22, 23, 24, and 30 so far, Jasmine Brown. Now, Jasmine Brown, ladies and gentlemen, she told you that she was from Wilmington, Delaware. She told you that she aged out of foster care and went into an independent living at 18, right? She told you that she moved to Georgia to attend Georgia State University in the fall of 2017. That's what she told you. Get her on the witness stand on cross-examination. Standing here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking her some questions. So let's talk about Georgia State University. Let's talk about you came down here to attend Georgia State University. So I asked her questions about Georgia State University. I said, hey, Miss Brown, how many classes did you take? I took 3. Okay. What were those classes? Did you get an answer? She told prosecutors that she wanted to study forensics. That's what she said on direct examination, right? I get her up on cross-examination, ask her some of these follow-up questions. I was taking 3 classes. Well, how many credit hours did you take? 30. Hear that? 30 credit hours. 3 classes, 30 hours. Now, reasonable doubt.
That's a
You
lie.
do not check your common sense at the door. The law says you use your common sense and your reason when you're arriving at reasonable doubt. You college-educated folks, you know that you don't take 3 hours and end up with, you don't take 3 classes and that be 30 hours.
It's not 30
It
hours.
just doesn't work like that.
4. It's about
Because why? It's not true.
about 12 hours.
That's a lie.
3 or 4.
She lied. Now, what else did she lie about? Now, it may seem irrelevant. Well, we're talking about sex trafficking. We're not talking about Georgia State University. No, what we're talking about is the believability and credibility of a witness. And if they can't be honest with you about coming down here to go to Georgia State University, then how can they be honest with you about all this other allegations that they told you all through the prosecution that supposedly happened. She never went to the Georgia State University campus. She didn't know anything about any professors. She didn't tell you anything about any books. Because she never attended Georgia State University. She never did. Did they show you anything? Did they show you an application? Did they show you a college badge or a student ID? They show you a curriculum. This is their case. They have the burden.
Where's the transcript?
Did they rebuttal it? Did they come back and say, hey, we want to call her back to the stand because we got some more evidence because Mr. Matthews asked her some questions and we just want to shore this up. No, they did not. I asked her about the semester. Do you know when the semester started or ended? No. She was dishonest with you all concerning that aspect of her testimony, so she's unworthy of belief. Those are the things. Couldn't state the name, couldn't talk about any course curriculum, doesn't remember if she purchased any books, doesn't know the name of any buildings on the campus, claims her school ID got lost. Then she moves. Now, Georgia State, we could probably throw a rock from here and hit a building at Georgia State University. But she moves down here to Marietta, Georgia with no car, which is 45 minutes, 875 north from here. She tells you she works at this Waffle House. Maybe she did. I don't know. She tells you she did, though. She said she got a job within 2 weeks of coming down here to go to college at Georgia State University, taking 3 classes with 30 hours, but I'm going to go get a job and I'm going to work 6 days per week at a Waffle House. 6 days a week, go to Georgia State University, 3 classes, 30 hours, and she said she worked there for 2 months, and she told y'all that she earned up to $1,000 per day working at the Waffle House.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
On some days. 1,000.
She made $1,000 a day at Waffle House? $1,000 a day working at Waffle House. Really? Really? Okay. I need to get a job at that Waffle House and quit doing this mess.
$1,000 a day in tips and wages working at the Waffle House. But she came here to go to college. Does that make sense to you? She said that she knew Melissa, a friend from back home living in Georgia. She claims that Melissa told her that Mr. Gibson wanted her number, claimed that a week or 2 later, Mr. Gibson called her. She went over to the Metzos, met Kiara Boots Adams there. Says Boots explained sex work to her, not Mr. Gibson. Says Mr. Gibson was beating around the bush. Then she says, now keep in mind, 2, 22, 23. We're talking about Jasmine Brown, and we're talking about sexual trafficking and sexual servitude. That's why all this is relevant. So she says it's a 50-50 decision. Trafficking and sexual servitude. She says it's a 50-50 decision. She says, I'm here alone, here in Georgia. She said, I can use some help. She broke her apartment lease on her own. She described the atmosphere over at that location as chill, turn up,
Chill, turn up,
get lit, have fun, but also did sex work all day and all night. And she says, it's like I signed a contract. Those are her words. Everything up on that screen, these are her words, ladies and gentlemen. Trafficking and sexual servitude, coercion or force or deception. 50-50 decision, that's coercion. I'm here alone, I could use some help. That's coercion, that's deception, that's trickery. The atmosphere is chill, turn up, get lit, have fun. but also did sex work all day, all night? A contract is an agreement. Last I checked, a contract is a meeting of the minds. That's what a contract is. That's an agreement, an offer and an acceptance. She says, I signed a contract. Counts 2, 22, 23. Trafficking, sexual servitude. Does that sound like that to you? Throughout the period, Jasmine has possession of her cell phone. She can make calls and texts. She can call Laura Stork back up in Delaware if she wanted to. She can call 911. She can call Melissa, her friend here in Georgia. She can do whatever she wants with her phone. This is Jasmine Brown. She says January, February 2018, she flew to Delaware due to getting pregnant. She gave you this story about getting jumped on and beat up by Mr. Gibson. She said some of that throughout the course of her testimony. She said she got pregnant. And then she says, I go back up to Delaware for a month and a half. She leaves. When she leaves, ladies and gentlemen, does that sound like coercion? Does it sound like force? Does it sound like deception? Voluntarily returns to Georgia. So she's up there for a month and a half in Delaware, so she says. She comes back down here. Trafficking and sexual servitude to you? March 27th, 2018. This is the Torres drain situation here. She says on March 27, 2018, she calls 911. She says, I called Boots. Boots said, call John Michael, Mr. Gibson. She says, John Michael says, hey, call the police. What sex trafficker, ladies and gentlemen, who's trafficking women is going to say, call the police? Call 911. Does that sound like sex trafficker behavior? Call the police? Call 12? Call Popo?
Not the
Call
popo.
folks?
Not the popo.
So she calls 911 alleging that she was raped by a John named Torres Drain. Now, Torres Drain, he's a John, right? He's the one that supposedly is buying sex from Jasmine Brown. So how is he, what evidence did you hear? What evidence did you all hear, ladies and gentlemen, that Torres Drain was knowingly a part of a conspiracy to commit RICO? Why is Torres Drain, who is a John, who's purchasing sex on a RICO indictment? Why is a John, did you hear any evidence that this John had any conversations with Mr. Gibson? Did you hear any evidence that this John had used Mr. Gibson to have Jasmine Brown or any other ladies come to his home before that? Did you hear any evidence that Torres Drain had any conversations with Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, Samuel Vinnie, Raven Mills, Edwards, Linda Smith, Mr. Gibson, Tyrone Taylor? Why is a John in a RICO indictment? How did he conspire to commit RICO? It's overreaching, ladies and gentlemen. And if they didn't present any evidence to you to show how a John is in the RICO conspiracy, he knowingly. It requires knowledge, not just an act. You have to be a part of a knowing conspiracy, a group, an enterprise. If you cannot believe that Torres Drain should be in this RICO indictment, then does that smell like overreaching? Does that smell like they're doing the most? Does that smell like, hey, let's put anybody and everybody that's associated in some way with Mr. Gibson in a group, and let's call it an enterprise, and let's call it a RICO? Why is it John in a RICO? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the law gives the prosecutions an opportunity to go last or go first, pack us in the middle, go first, go last. So when they go last, I don't know what they're going to say, but I guarantee you they have something that they're going to say in response to what I'm saying. But you ask yourselves, did anybody come from this witness stand and tell it to you before they close their case? So they can say whatever they want to say. Did you hear it from this chair right here? Did someone swear and take an oath and tell you why John is in a RICO indictment? Why they're here? But Jasmine Brown, she had a phone in her possession. She calls 911, and guess what she does? Here's another situation with Jasmine Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Brown, credibility of witnesses. If you find that this person is unworthy of belief, you can toss out their whole testimony if you choose. You can sparse it, believe some of it, not believe others, but you have a right as a jury to toss her testimony if you are finding that she is unworthy of belief. What did she do? She looked that officer in the face who responded to that scene, and she told that officer a lie. What kind of lie did she tell?
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, you didn't hear anything in terms of details from anybody about that.
Y'all, I'm sorry. I wish that I was here the whole time to hear this case, because I told you what I heard is that testimony of that detective, right? And from what I was hearing, it sounded really, really, really bad. And I told Mr. Matthew today, I heard him poking holes in some of the things. I wish I was here. I wish I was here. I wish I was here. But, oh, I was not. Okay.
Situation other than Jasmine Brown in terms of what she told that police. She told that officer that she met this guy, Perez Drain, at a club. At a club in Buckhead. At a club in Buckhead 3 or 4 days ago. He reached out to me and we linked up. He sent me an Uber. Looked an officer in the face and lied to him. You don't think if she looks an officer in the face who has a gun and a badge and the ability to arrest her if they find out that she's lying, he could arrest her if he knew she was lying, arrest her for false statements, giving false statements to a police officer, obstruction, anything that associates being untruthful to a police officer. Because that officer has a gun and a badge and the ability to do that. If they have what? Down here, probable cause. Way down here. That's standard. Probable cause. Get to a trial, they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that that's what she did. But if she will do that to an officer out there in the scene with a gun and badge, you don't think she'll come into this courtroom, look y'all in the face, and lie to y'all? Unworthy of belief, credibility of witnesses. Now, she leaves Mr. Gibson on her own with a phone. She goes to a shelter for a few months, then travels back to Delaware. She leaves again. Does that sound like coercion, force, deception? She says that she stays in Delaware from about May to September of 2018. In September 2018, she comes back to Georgia yet again. She comes back around Mr. Gibson on her own. She said she had thoughts of murdering Mr. Gibson in his sleep. She wanted some get back. Is she trying to get the get back now by coming in here, by prosecuting him, by having him arrested? Is that the get back? You'll have to make that decision. She says she had thoughts of murdering him. Is that revenge? Does she have motive to come in here and say whatever she needs to say? But it's not sex trafficking. He did not sex traffic Jasmine Brown in counts 2, 22, 23. She says, I wanted to stay to a certain extent. I had a roof over my head. Is that's sex trafficking? I wanted to stay to a certain extent. I had a roof over my head. She came back. It's not sex trafficking. It's just simply not. Now, she tells you that I had to bring out that she was working at the airport. They didn't tell you. They didn't tell you. I told you. I got it out of her. She's working at the airport. She said she's put in 2 weeks' notice at a Chick-fil-A and then asked Mr. Gibson if she could come back to live with him. I'm going to show it to you a little later in the slide. The exhibit. Oh, here we go. Count 26. Count 27. We're still on Jasmine Brown. 16-6-11 pimping between March. Now listen, they say in their indictment on count 26, between March 22nd, 2019 and June 1st, 2019, it is alleged that Mr. Gibson did aid, abet, counsel, or command Jasmine Brown in the commission of prostitution. They say in count 27, 16-6-12, pandering. Between March 22nd, 2019 and June 1st, 2019, it is alleged that Mr. Gibson did solicit Jasmine Brown to perform an act of prostitution in behalf of third person. So that's the window of time that they alleged in 26 and 27. In counts 26 and count 27, pimping and pandering, March 22nd, 2019 to June 1st, 2019. But you look at that text chain that's been admitted into evidence, Defendant 6, on April 3rd, 2019, that's in between these dates that they allege. So that window of time, 3/22/2019 to June 1, 2019, for counts 26 and 27, they're saying that he was pimping her and pandering during that period of time, right? On April 3rd, 2019, April 3, 2019, Jasmine Brown reached out to Mr. Gibson and stated, these are her words, ladies and gentlemen, I got a job at the airport. I got a job at the airport. So if she's telling him I got a job at the airport, that means he didn't know she had a job at the airport. That means they had been talking. Because he's giving him information. I've been in a youth shelter since I left. When did she leave? Sometime around March 27, 2018, as a result of that incident with Torres Drain. I didn't go back home. Right? Now, she says, now that was on April 3rd. On April 24th, 2019, this is that chain. She stated, I want to come home, Daddy. but would you let me finish my 2 weeks out at my job? That's what she says. I guess you can count out 2 weeks past April 24th. I don't know. But what I do know is that this indictment that they brought to you guys, that's not evidence. They're telling you all that he committed this pimping and pandering between these dates, but they're communicating, showing that it wasn't pimping and pandering going on during this time frame. Or there was in this time frame, this was going on. So that's reasonable doubt. Again, if your minds are unsettled, wavering, unsatisfied, credibility of witnesses, then that's a doubt of a reasonable, fair-minded, impartial juror honestly seeking the truth. That's reasonable doubt. Now, this alleged belt incident. The alleged belt incident, the state showed you pictures of this in the interior of 737 Alfred Road, Northwest Atlanta, Georgia. They charged aggravated assault and simple battery for the same alleged conduct, 24 and 30. But when you look at the exhibits, ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit 151, she described her injury as coming from Mr. Gibson pulling her. That came from the witness stand. But they didn't show you any pictures of any belt in any of those photographs in the house. No descriptions of the belt. No belt in evidence. No color, no brand name. No blades or studs described of this alleged belt situation. We don't have a belt. No one showed you a belt. She didn't describe a belt to the police officers out there. She didn't tell you where this belt would be situated inside the residence. Keep in mind, they did a search warrant. They did a raid. Why weren't they looking for the belt? Why didn't they photograph the belt? Exhibits 152 and 53. Photographs shown no lacerations, no stitches, fractures, no hospitalization or medical treatment. Ag assault statute says likely to receive serious bodily injury. No stitches, no fractures, no hospitalization, no medical treatment, no dismemberment, no disfigurement, no permanent scarring, no temporary or permanent loss of a bodily function, no testimony to any of the above, because there was no serious bodily injury, ladies and gentlemen. Now, these are the photographs that came to you in evidence. No serious bodily injury. No belt. No lacerations, no stitches. That's what they have here. Now, you look at the photograph, you see it. Aggravated assault versus simple battery. Now, a person commits the offense of aggravated assault when he or she assaults with a deadly weapon with an object when used offensively against a person is likely to, or actually does result in serious bodily injury. That's count 24. Simple battery. A person commits the offense of simple battery when he or she intentionally causes physical harm to another. When these alleged injuries, whether these alleged injuries, ladies and gentlemen, if you see any, are sufficient to support either of these crimes is within your province, ladies and gentlemen, as the trier of the fact. That's the law. I submit to you that this is a classic example of the government overcharging again. Classic example of overcharging again. Why would the state This is their indictment, ladies and gentlemen. Why would the state give you the most serious and the least serious charges in the same indictment for the same conduct? If the state doesn't know whether this alleged belt incident was aggravated assault, count 24, or simple battery, count 30, how could you know? Guess they'll get up and say, hey, it was both, it was both, it was both, it was both, it was both. No, it wasn't both. How do we even know it's either? Make a decision and stick to it. You bring in the case, or let's just throw it up on the wall and let's see what sticks. Let's see what y'all will buy. Let me put both of them up there. This is not an aggravated assault, ladies and gentlemen. April 29, 2019, Jasmine Brown recorded an interview with law enforcement. She told investigator Jamie Gore that she is from Delaware. She'd been in Georgia for a few months, that she's known Boots for years. Boots was helping her set up dates. She told investigator Jamie Gore on that same date that the money goes to a savings, hers, does not pay anyone to live at the house, buys her own food and necessities. I am fine. Nothing to hide, didn't do nothing wrong. I'm ready to get out of here. She was issued a public indecency citation. Now what they're going to tell you, hey, she wasn't forthcoming. She wasn't forthcoming on that one. In other words, here's yet another lie, right? They want you to say, hey, she was lying on this one, but believe her on the other one. That's what forthcoming really is. It's a fancy word. It's a fancy word that we use sometimes. But what does it really mean? It means you're not being honest. Or are you? Are you not being honest here and you're being honest on the other one? Or are you being honest here and you're not being honest in the other statement? That's reasonable doubt, ladies and gentlemen. She got on a train and she went back to Delaware. That's Jasmine Brown. Let's go to count 10.
What you need?
Mr. Gibson is charged with rape. Jordan Adams, between January 11th and 12th of 2019. Count 10. Rape. That's what he's charged with. At that Airway Motel. That's what he's charged with. That's the allegation. That's in the indictment, which is not evidence. Jordan Adams, 1/11 and 12 of 2019. Count 12. Aggravated sodomy. Jordan Adams, January 11th and 12th of 2019. Those are the allegations. So we got 10 and 12 right now. Dealing with Jordan Adams. So we turn the chapter. And then
I'll be right back, y'all. Kobe wants me to take him to get something to eat. I'll be back.
we got Jordan Adams in count 22. Count 22, Jordan Adams, for sexual servitude between 11 and 12 of 2019 by knowingly obtaining and maintaining Jordan Adams for the purpose of sexual servitude by coercion, by physically confining or restraining Jordan Adams. That's count 22. 10, 12, count 22. I'll give you Jordan Adams. Who is Jordan Adams? Now, what does Jordan Adams do, ladies and gentlemen? When you meet her on the witness stand with the direct examination, Jordan Adams, she blames her military ex-husband for her drug addiction. This man served the country according to her testimony. She says he got hooked on drugs and, quote, I joined him in that. She's addicted to heroin and cocaine. She was put out of her parents' home for leaving a syringe filled with illegal substance in the home that her young daughter had potential access to. And she says, my dad is just not a good dad. I guess for putting her out for using drugs ostensibly in the residence with a syringe, with a substance in it, for the daughter to have access to, and they just couldn't handle that. So what do? She's got to go. And she goes. Now, the many tales of Jordan Adams. Now, let's work through just a tad here. Jordan Adams, Airway Motel, January 11, 12, 2019. She told y'all on the witness stand when she got here to court in 2025, she told you that she sought refuge in an abandoned house in Atlanta. She told you that for the first time. She never said that in her January 12th interview with investigator Barber. She never told you that on February 11th with Detective Flores when Detective Flores went out to the jail and interviewed her. She said on February 11th that a family friend got her a hotel for a couple of days. Credibility of witnesses, prior statements. That's how we get there. Shows how you get your minds wrapped around reasonable doubt and unwavering and unsettled. February 14th, during that photographic lineup interview, she never said that. So she's got conflicting stories, conflicts in the evidence on that topic. Go down below, she claimed that Mr. Taylor, at the trial, on direct examination, she claimed that Mr. Taylor came up to her and offered her $5. That's what she told you at the trial. That he walked up to her and offered her $5. But in her transcribed statement, I would go up to her and ask her, do you remember this? Did your memory get refreshed? And present it with her. Otherwise, you wouldn't have anything to consider. I asked, she said, in January, I asked him if he had any change for the bus. Oh, well, that's not major. That's not really a big deal. Mr. Matthews is just, he's just making a lot to do about nothing. No, that's not true. What I'm doing is I'm showing you all how you have to look at statements, and when you confront them with something that is not accurate, and they tell you something one day, and then they tell you something different on another day, those are inconsistencies. And when you find a series of inconsistencies, then you have reason to believe that perhaps that person is just simply unworthy of belief. Trial. Immediately began receiving incessant texts from Mr. Taylor. January 12th. A couple of hours later, he texted. Trial. Claim Mr. Taylor said, I have an apartment in the Midtown area. You can come sleep on my couch. That's what she told y'all at the trial. Mr. Taylor said, I have an apartment in the Midtown area. You can come sleep on my couch. What you tell him in the close, and here's the other thing, close in time to when you're doing this story, you're saying this, 6 years later, you're saying that. She told investigator Barber in January 2019.
I want to thank Kelly for the Apple Pay. Thank you, Kelly.
That Taylor said, you can come stay at my spot. She said, I had no idea where it was. I assumed it was an apartment or a house. I assumed it was an apartment or a house. You can come stay at my spot. I had no idea where it was. But she had an idea 6 years later, saying, oh, it was Midtown. It's just simply not true. She's not being straight with you guys. Unworthy of belief. She never said any of that on February 11th with Flores. Trial. She told you that the person who drove her to the hotel grabbed his gun, goes to the hotel room door, then came back to the car, got at me, walked me to the door, and corralled me. These are.
Hold on a second, y'all. I just got a text message. Hold on a second. All right, yeah, there's something I need to look at first. Someone send me something. Hold on a second. All right, no, go ahead. I can go ahead on. Sorry.
Her words. I was taking notes. These are her words. Your words are important. Quotes are important. She didn't say that in January of 2019. She didn't say it in February of 2019 on the 11th, and she didn't say it February 14th, 2019. About this person who supposedly drove her there. Trial. She said she saw a lot of drugs, cash, and alcohol. Interview. They were slinging all sorts of dope in there. I didn't know this until my mom told me. All I knew that he had in there was cocaine. Trial. Claims she was standing against the wall, heard a knock on the door. Mr. Gibson came in. They greeted. He started playing music and tried to introduce himself as a rapper, mentioning his songs. That's what she came into this trial and told you all in 2025 at this trial on direct examination. That's super detailed, super detailed. But in January, she said, I came out of the bathroom and he was just laying on the bed in a suggestive manner, and he had his back with his underwear on. and then supposedly they get into sex. That's what she tells you. She never said that in February. She never said it in February 14th. Those are stark, contrasting versions of events. Evan Shapiro said, I personally would not communicate with her. And then after leaving Grady Hospital, he says we took her to a hotel. We did not take her to court. Jordan says after she left Grady with the sexual assault kit, they went to court and then she went into custody. Her mom, Heather, says she had a drug problem. We asked her to leave. We wanted her to do treatment. She did not complete the program. She gets her facts from Wikipedia. Here's where she really learned about Mr. Gibson. It came out in testimony. Within minutes of her January 12th interview, she learned about his music from Wikipedia. She Googled his birthday. She watched his videos, put a story together about Cash Out. She saw the tattoos on his album covers, because she never described any tattoos to any law enforcement. This is what she did. And then she tried to tell you guys that she didn't have her phone when she was out there walking up and down the airway, up and down Fulton Industrial Boulevard. She had her phone. She had her phone doing this right here. What else did she tell you? She told you that in her interviews that Mr. Gibson was between 6 feet and 6'2". Now, you guys have been with us since June 2nd, 2025. Everybody has eyes. Everybody can see. Mr. Gibson is not 6'2". He's not 6 feet. It's just not true. Well, you heard testimony from, when people are under trauma, they just really just don't get things right, so forth and so on. Yeah, but you're supposedly in a room for hours and hours getting sexually assaulted by these two men, and the person's 6'2"? 6'2" is a tall person. That's a tall person. That's a tall human being. That's not a short guy. That's not an average guy. Everybody, a lot of men want to be tall. A lot of women like tall men. We know tall when we see tall. I don't care how short you are. Oh yeah, well, I'm so short, and everybody looks tall to me. You heard one person say that. Excuses, explanations. Excuses, explanations. Excuses, explanations. He's nowhere close to that height. And this is her description. How about the photo lineup procedure, ladies and gentlemen? This is who she picked out. That is not John Michael Gibson. And Mr. Gibson was amongst those photos. She even lied. Guess what she said to y'all at the trial? She said that investigator Yepes told her she had to make a selection. Everybody knows that's not how it works. Law enforcement is not going to come and tell you that you've got to select somebody. Just not true. It's not true. And what else is not true? She says this is most like Cash Out. She says in her interview, as Jordan was doing her selection, she stated, "This looks a lot like him. I don't know how much money he's got, but he's got earrings on him and a chain, so that's kind of like helping me out right now. I think it's him. It looks the most like him." And that's after she had looked him up on Wikipedia. Hours and hours and hours of sexual assault. Then she says in that same interview, "What if I'm not confident enough to write it down? I mean, is that going to jeopardize the case? I don't want to do that. But I don't also want to make it look like if I don't want a defense attorney to try to say, well, she can't even pick him out. Are you thinking about a defense attorney when you're trying to select the person that you say sexually assaulted? You're thinking about what's going to happen at the trial? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Come on. It's just not credible. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Or are you thinking about trying to select the person that you say raped you and aggravated sodomized you? You're thinking about a defense lawyer? You think about how much money the person has? It's just wrong. Not even the science backs her story. The profile obtained from the vaginal bulk swabs, item 3A, and the first fraction from the vaginal vestibule swabs, item 3B, matches the profile of Jordan Adams. That's that first fraction that you heard those experts talking about. But look at when they made that determination, when they finally made that determination. June 11th, 2025. When did we get here, ladies and gentlemen? June 2nd, 2025. They're still bringing you evidence in the middle of trial. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? There wasn't any investigation done here. They just took a story and ran with it. That's what it tells you. Oh, well, let's go ahead and do this. Let's CYA here. Let's do this. That's credibility on their part. The state of Georgia. Wait till 6 years to do that, to confirm that. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. They're still investigating the case during the trial. They're still doing the investigation in trial. Trial is the time to try the case, not investigate it. John Michael Gibson is excluded from the data obtained from the major contributor genotype obtained from the second fraction from the vaginal vestibule swab. That's in the report. Excluded. Those are the words in the report. Jordan Adams, ladies and gentlemen, she pled guilty to a crime of dishonesty. This is what was going on in her world in March of 2021. She was out committing theft by deception up in Cobb County, being dishonest, getting property that belongs to somebody else and taking it to a pawn shop, knowing it's not hers, knowing it's her friend, so she says, taking their stuff in their property, at their home or wherever, taking it to the pawn shop.
Hey, Woody, I didn't know you was in here. Woody's in the house, y'all. Hey, Woody. All right, sorry, guys. It's
Getting some cash. Who knows what she was doing with the cash? But that's a crime of dishonesty. That's why it's important. It's not just simply, oh, she was doing that. She was doing dishonest things to do that. So there's been no turning of the chapter. There's been no turning of the leaf. There's no new leaf as of 2021. So 2019, she's lying to you. 2021, she is lying to some other people, maybe the pawn shop, maybe her friends. But she's being dishonest, even in 2021. And then, let's roll around to this year.
Hold on. Woody, this one here is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a hard one. I believe there is going to be some guilty on there because they had the girl who's there. She's a Caucasian young lady, and there's a jury full of white men. And you see the guy that the first girl, he took a plea deal and he got 30 years. So this is a hard one, Woody. This is a very, very hard one. And they got the transactions, they got all this kind of stuff. So it's hard. You know me, I'm going to tell you the truth.
In this year, ladies and gentlemen, just a few months ago, back in March, on the third day, she's in Cobb County getting arrested for felony possession of purple fentanyl, felony possession of heroin, and having a gun, a 9mm gun in her possession. Got arrested up in Cobb County. Pending charges, ladies and gentlemen. Pending charges. Did she come in here to this?
But here's one good thing, I think, that because the amount of charges that they got, there's a lot of statute of limitations on some of those charges. So I don't think he's going to be found guilty on all charges, but there are some charges that is going to be taken off because of statute of limitation. I just told you my opinion about the verdict. I think he's going to get guilty on some things. Not everything, but some things I think he's going to be guilty. Oh, what I think about... Oh.
Did she come into this courtroom, to this witness stand?
The GUN charge, felon carrying a GUN, that one. I believe he's going to get the D-rug charges, the D-rug. Then also obstruction, because at one point when they had to tear gas the place for them to get it for them to get out, right? And also there was some other minor thing, but there's a lot of them that has the statute of limitation had ran out.
In hopes possibly that if she could, get a conviction here, do what the state wants her to do here, continue this process. Let me pour on some extra stuff by, really juicing up this story and giving y'all some information that nobody's ever heard before. Maybe she's trying to curry favor with the state of Georgia, with the district attorney's office here. Maybe reach out to Cobb. Maybe she can get some favor. Maybe she can curry some.
Now, the pimping one, I don't think, because the statute of limitation of the pimping is 2 years. And they didn't bring this case until after the 2 years time frame. So they probably going to throw that one out. Now, the RICO, it's like 4 years or something like that, 5 years. And I think they did within the time frame. Is the real Woody? Yeah, this is Woody. This is the real Woody. Woody, they don't believe it's you. This is the real Woody. Trust me, it's him. They don't think it's you, Woody. Let me put the link in here so I could bring you up here. Here, hit the link, Woody. Hit the link. Folks don't believe it's you. Hit the link, Mr. Woody. Hit the link. Talk my soul. He getting smart mouth. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here, Woody. Don't start, Woody. Do not start no trouble with me. He talking about so. You don't think it's Woody? Drama must remain on the stage. That's what matters. But Woody, could you get your butt up in here? Talking about that's all that matters. He just trying to give me a hard time. Why don't you just behave? Why don't you just behave, young man? Just come on up. Behave. Just hit the link. Just hit the link. The people don't know that you rock with me, Woody. I'll be acting funny. Get in here. He told me something about Rico. Yes, he did. There you go, y'all. They didn't believe you was here. Hi, Woody.
Where's him?
What's going on? You good?
Say it again.
I can't hear. What's up? What's going on in the background? Why is that funny noise?
Hold on, record. I gotta figure out how to cut it off.
Lord have mercy.
Okay. There you go. Say something.
Something.
Say something.
Something.
Miss Hill, you say something.
I'm saying something.
You gotta say something so I can hear you.
You can hear me. Hello, Woody. Hello, Kenneth.
Where's him?
Why you play too much, boy? You play absolutely too much.
What I do?
Why do you stop playing around?
When I grow up.
You never gonna grow up.
Where's him? So what you think the verdict gonna be?
Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. I don't know, Woody. I told Mr. Matthew, I was like, Mr. Matthew, I don't know. You know, he did poke holes into the defense. I mean, into the case, but I don't know. I don't know. It's too much. It's too
Think
much.
so?
Yeah. And then the jury, it's like I saw their face. They just like not having it. He got some hope with one guy. Yeah, young guy. All the juries are under age 40. They're all young.
And he was okay with it?
I don't think these and it's mostly Caucasian.
So did they didn't live stream this, did it?
No, they didn't live stream it. The judge is very strict about it because there's a lot of victims.
So your personal opinion, what you think?
What I think? I think it's rough. It's gonna be rough. I'm being totally honest. It's gonna be rough. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. Ugh.
Is it rough because you're showing favoritism, or is it rough because you as you sit back there, you listen to the trial, you paying attention. First thing go to your head, oh yeah, he did that. Oh no, I don't think he did that. Oh, she lied. No, I don't think she lied. Now you know how that go.
I was like, okay, there is something. I was like, now when I saw the girl that Jordan, the young lady Jordan, I really felt that they did that to her. They did that. That's what I felt because
If you felt that, the jury felt that.
yeah. So I
You
felt
gotta
that.
think about it. Shit, we all feel the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I really felt that, but there are some, the girlfriend. I didn't believe her too much because she seemed like she was trying to get revenge back on him. She's mad at him. I believe they had an agreement that she was selling herself because they were on the back page. I don't think it's S trafficking. I think it's them making an agreement of pimping. There's a difference because S trafficking is you coerce people to do it and you're forcing them to do it. It's no force with her at all. By
So
the time there's a
what-
lot of charge. He got like 40 something charges.
what's the most seriousness of the charge?
Rico,
Ah, damn, Rico. What's the most serious of the charge?
S trafficking.
And what you feel? What the verdict gonna be on that?
I don't think he has traffic. I don't think so because it was more pimping. It was more prostitution. I believe that.
I thought prostitution was a misdemeanor.
No,
Huh?
it depends. It depends. You get a lot of time for that. You don't get less than a year.
But
Pimping is a misdemeanor, but prostitution is it depends.
what's the most damaging evidence that you heard?
The R. The
But I
race.
just heard Mr. Matthews say something about she identified somebody else. There was a different girl.
There's different women.
I
Different
mean,
women. It was about 8 of them.
eight different R victims.
There was 3 different R victims, but that one that got R by the John, that one they're putting it on him because they're saying the John is part of the RICO. It's kind of crazy.
Do the jury like? Can you see the jury from where you sit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is they the same as like last time?
Uh-uh. Not the jurors. Not the jurors from YSL. Nope. These are some.
No, it's
These
not
are
the
some.
same jury. I'm saying same demeanors, like same.
No, these are meanos. They don't play. They look like, okay, you did it. That's the way they look.
Shit now.
That I'm telling you, there was one like this, Woody. He was sitting like this. Look, he was sitting like this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would have went ahead and started a fight with him. Hey, nigga, fix your face. Gotta go and get him out the
He was
jury.
like this.
What? Yeah, he gotta go. He biased. He biased, man. Come on, man. It's hard. It's hard when you gotta face people. Like this is what a lot of people don't understand. You gotta face people that have been victims to these crimes. See, a convicted felon, a person from the neighborhood can't be on the jury. Unless you know what I mean, you don't got out the neighborhood.
They'll let everybody out.
Right. So what they gonna do is they gonna put people on there that against crime. I ain't saying everybody should be with crime or people should be with crime, but when it comes to people who see like how the street really is compared to people who don't have a clue is how the streets are. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you ain't part of the streets and you hear about the streets, you're like, oh, the streets is very bad. It's horrible. I never want to be over there. But then if you go over there and you see it ain't what people make it out to be, it's different. The jury.
They look like they got the jury from Alpharetta area.
Oh, hell no. Alpharetta ain't even got no dirt on these streets. Oh, you lying.
Yes, I'm serious. They're like Alpharetta folks. They don't listen to rap music.
Oh, yeah. The internet say they want to say about me. His ass in trouble. They can say it. I don't crucify nobody. I believe God have the all power. And when they set him go, God said he ain't through with him. But you got some jury that came out of Alpharetta, your ass in trouble.
Man, they all look like they from Alpharetta area.
$1,000.
Woodstock, Alpharetta. That's what they look like.
You got $1,000 if you throw a piece of tissue out the window. They streets are clean for real.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alpharetta. That ain't how that is not how period. You gotta go get some DeKalb County, some East Point.
I don't think it's one. I don't think one DeKalb. And listen, here's the other reason why.
No good juror.
Let me just tell you also.
If his case is in Fulton County, his jurors need to be born in Fulton County. They need to be born at Greater Hospital.
It might be 1 or 2. It might be
one or two out of 12. That ain't name.
I know. But look.
See, this why we need more. This why we need more our people to go walk that straight line, show up at jury duty. Everybody be trying to duck that jury duty letter in the mail. You might save a life if a person innocent. I ain't got nothing to say about it. You know what I mean?
So you think he's innocent?
Hell, I don't know. He better be. There's too many women in the world to be taking some.
Oh, I don't think he did that. But the other guy, Tyrone, is the one that the girl said that was on top of him, and he felt that her chest was crushed. She couldn't breathe. It felt like he was crushing her because he was big on top of her.
He the co-defendant or something?
Remember, it's a RICO. So his mama's in it, him and the guy Tyrone.
What the hell the mama did?
The mama was prostituting too.
The nigga pimping his mama? Hell no, don't lie to me now.
That's
they now got that man locked up for selling his mama.
You want me to play the prosecution part? I'll let you play it now. The mama was she had a picture up too. The mama picture. That's one of the questions the jurors asked. They asked for mama cash out photos because she did a what do you call it, advertisement for the prostitution thing.
Hold on, mute that TV, y'all. Cause I gotta make sure I'm hearing this correct. The remote over there. Mute that shit. So you said Mom Duke's prostitute. She's selling the cootie cat.
That's what it said. That it's allegedly.
Who?
It's allegedly.
Okay, now I'm invested in this story. Now take me back from point A to where the hell where the mama. She too damn old to be doing that.
Well, let me tell you.
He look like he about 40, 50. How old the mama is?
Mama's a year younger than me.
Shit, how old you is?
I'm 58.
Shit, you live a long time.
You know what? I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna smack you. You see how he is, y'all? He gonna talk about live a long time. You see
I kept her mic off. My bad.
You see how he is?
He don't. God.
What he is so wrong. Oh my God.
So what role the mama play? I allegedly played. We don't want to be on the closing statement. So the son pimping the mama, or the mama pimping the son, or like
according you asked the person that was at court with me, they were shocked when they heard it because they know them personally, and they was like, "Oh my God, he was pimping his mom." Oh my goodness.
How the hell can you pimp your mama? Man, you playing with me at this point.
And they had conversation of them, the girls giving sending the mom the money, and they called, and the girls kept calling him daddy. Like,
oh hell no, hold on. Lord forgive me for my cursing. The mama. So him and the mama were going together?
No, I said the girls. See, he's mixing things up, y'all.
Oh, I'm trying to understand. First of all, who pimps their mama? So they can't be right. Not no nigga from Atlanta. Nigga from Atlanta got that type of heart.
That's what it's alleged. It's alleged that the mom was doing.
Who prosecuting the case?
Love is on there.
Who?
Love.
That explains the damn
but
story.
she's not the lead. She's not the lead.
That explains the story. That's
She's
why
not the lead.
Accurate.
She's not the lead.
Who? Listen, Miss Sylvia. First of all, who pimps their mom? I need to be going to the club tonight. Hell, now Atlanta police gonna be at the damn club waiting for me to show up. Cause I'm down with you.
You don't have no what?
No, and then they probably Lord, we're gonna rebuke that.
You need to be good. You need to behave. You need to be really good.
I was being good. They stopped.
It is.
They kept poking at me like you feel what I'm saying? You know, it's only so much of it you can take. Like when you start poking at me, I start kicking back. I just playing. We gonna rebuke that. Lord.
You just behave. I just want you to behave. I've been gone for a couple of weeks, and then you just all out in the street doing all kinds of things.
And you still ain't showed up at church.
I'll be at church on Sunday.
You said that last Sunday.
No, but here's the thing.
Everything coming for God, huh? I'm ready. Right? You going to hell? You going to hell?
I'm not going to hell. I'm going to heaven.
You can't pray when
I'm going to heaven.
When it's time to go, you can't ask for forgiveness then.
I'm going to heaven. I'm going to heaven. You've been bad and you still go to church. You bad.
And I pray to God every time I get finna being bad. I said, God,
you can't do that. You can't.
It ain't on purpose. I told you.
It is on purpose.
When people started doing it, I'm human. Don't poke me. I poke back.
And you gotta have self-control. That's part of the Bible. It says self-control.
Like I said, don't poke me. You poke me, I poke back. I ain't turning the other cheek. I ain't got Jesus Christ strength yet.
I know you don't, but the point
now, why the hell you have Christmas lights in the bed?
It's not Christmas lights, it's purple lights.
It's
the festive. It's not Christmas lights.
What we gonna do with you?
What do you mean what you gonna do with me?
We're gonna get you some help.
What kind of help? Dallas said you don't talk to her no more.
I seen Daddy's been in that gym. She trying to get summertime fine.
Oh yeah, she lost some weight too. Boom, 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 boom.
Daddy's gonna get on the camera.
Hey, Dallas. Dallas.
Don't say my name.
She already hear you already.
No, yeah. Everybody they be sneaking watching me. Wait, what on YouTube doing? It's Miss
Everybody-
Sylvia. It's not me.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
That's what she said.
Who?
But it isn't good for absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Huh. How? Yeah. Okay. Hey, so look, all jokes aside, what you think the verdict should be?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Jared, can y'all step out? I'm finna Jared Glanville your ass. We're gonna see you Monday morning and see how you feel about this. Miss Sylvia, they come lock me up. Your ass better be at every court date. You better be at first appearance. You better let them know this is content. You paid me to get on this live. You hear me? Right it out, fool, right it out. You understand me?
I understand. I overstand.
So,
Yes, sir.
I see they locked you up too then. What they locked you up for?
When did I get locked up? I got locked up last year, right after you got locked up.
What did you do?
Huh?
Did you see my deal when you was in there?
No, I didn't see what it did. Yo, we laughing now, but when we were getting locked up, we were crying.
It ain't funny, ain't it? Hey, Miss, they got me the other day. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna tell it to you, cause I love you so much. I was sitting outside 656, right?
Uh-huh.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and then I got a phone call. The phone call was so good, it gave me bubble guts. I ran inside the restroom to take a shit. Soon as I sat on the toilet, the door opened. I looked at the door with the police.
What?
I said, "Oh shit!"
Not on the toilet.
Look. I'm sitting on the toilet like this, right? When the police closed the door, I said, I put my pants on.
Wait, you didn't even wipe.
Hell no. I ain't had time to wipe. Hey, I went to the door so fast, stuck my head out there trying to see where they go, right? It was 8 of their ass standing there like this. Come on out, Mr. Copeland. I said, you lying to me. Y'all trying to go in there and use it? Y'all gotta be trying to go use the bathroom. Man, that motherfucker said, look, you know, I'll give you a hard time, man. Just step out. I said, hell no, man. Like, ask for the body count. They gonna show you. But my life flared before my eyes. I said, hell no, I ain't did that.
Sure, should I go request a body cam?
Miss Sylvia, when I tell you I pulled my pants up so damn fast, the body cam probably didn't even catch that part. Nigga knew he had the body cam rolling. That's why he stepped out the bathroom. But soon the door closed, I would open that mother up trying to see that I have enough room to run. I peeped my head out there. Yo, eight standing in front of the door. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't want to go to jail. I'm like, hell, I ain't have nowhere to run.
So how did they come and get you? Well, I mean, what happened?
Somebody called the police on me, and then I already had warrants.
What are you doing with warrants?
I took a picture and I riding past a whole bunch of group of people.
Oh,
And you know me, shit. I see this shit every day in the neighborhood. But just what happened, I wasn't in the neighborhood. I was in the clean neighborhood where ain't no trash. I ain't know where I was at. I took a picture like this. You want to see the picture?
Let me see the picture.
Man, this is no. I was in jail. I was cursing. Look, the police at Fulton County. They said, "Baby, this is wrong." Hell, they was on my side. I was like,
"Look, they calling me. I'm all the way in New York." I'm like, "What can I do?" They're like,
"This is the picture right here." It's still on Instagram, but I archived it. Look what the caption say. Because I took this picture, they issue arrest once. Oh, I changed the caption. But yeah.
Oh, let me solo you. Hold on. Let me solo you. Okay, go ahead. Oh my God.
They zoomed in. But they zoomed in on the street sign in the background.
And to find out where you were.
And found out the name of the street and said, well, that's Gwinnett County. They call up there, get his ass. Hey, Gwinnett. Yeah, we got his ass. Y'all got to lock him up. They charged me with organizing street racing. Nigga, I can't even organize my damn birthday party.
Speaking of birthday party, what happened to the pool party?
Oh, we going. See, Clay County police, they don't mess with me. I respect them. They respect me.
Oh, was I not supposed to say anything about the pool party?
You can come, fam. You said you better not come with no damn baby suit on. I know that.
I'm not coming. I'm just coming to do content. That's it.
You can come to your content. You can set your little booth up. I'm gonna have 2 security stand by you. Hey, and if anybody need to be interviewed, they gotta pay me first. With no baby suits for you.
Hey, how you gonna tell me what I can't wear?
Not because it's some widows in the world. You gotta keep your goodies put up. You hear me?
I can wear a bathing suit. What's wrong with you? I'm not trying to I'm getting my Stella got her groove back on. That's it.
Let me take your goddamn picture. I'm
Don't you
getting
dare
to
do
the
that.
security guard. You ain't even invited no more. So when you get to the door, when they look at their phone and tell you turn around, that's the reason they tell your ass turn around right there. They tell you to turn around right there because you had no business showing up to this pool party. Do you know these people don't put me on the news and they call me Fast and the Furious Woody?
That's a nice name. That's gonna be a new thing, your new trend. Fast and Furious.
If you pay attention, they caught me fishing. I said I ain't never going fishing again. And you know what they see? They see I ain't went back fishing no more, right? So now they said, well, he been driving these cars. I've been driving cars fucking the whole 2 years straight now.
Oh yeah, but you've been driving crazy for the longest, so you know.
So now here you go. Okay, well he when we got him for fishing, he didn't go fishing mode. Let's get his ass with these cars. Shit, I'm getting back in the car. I'm getting I'm getting back in it. I don't want no smoke. I ain't doing nothing. I had to ask police what I need to get out here and encourage these kids to hurt people. Then that what y'all leave me alone? Because I tell them to pray and believe and have faith in God.
Yeah, but you're also doing crazy stuff that's not, and you know they follow everything you do, so you better do what's right.
You know they listen, Miss Sylvia. They
What?
locked me up because I took a picture. They reward me so bad, they be zooming in like, damn, y'all ain't gonna stop. Y'all get
But you took a picture, but before they got other things out there. They saw you racing. I saw that picture too. Come on now.
just gonna fucking snitch on me like that?
They said I'm not snitching on you.
Could have called my phone and said that on FaceTime or something. You gonna do that on the live? You thought that was me?
Man, I'm sorry.
That was that other nigga from New Orleans who had that yellow jersey on, that yellow and purple. That was him. He looked like me. I'm most definitely gonna tell the judge when I go to court. I'm taking that nigga picture and everything. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
No, let me see. It wasn't you for real. That wasn't you.
I'm gonna show you who it was. He was just in my car. I had ran to the store.
I saw the guy in there. I did see the guy.
Yeah, it was him. I'm gonna show you right now.
I did see a guy in there.
This is what I'm talking about. Hold on, if it pop up. This the dude who was in my car. They looking for him. They ain't looking for me. This is funny in the video. See, he looked just like me. They put the one out on me.
Hold on, let me bring
Yeah,
it in.
that's him right there.
Hold on,
That's the dude that was in my car. They need to go get his ass.
He looked just like you for real. Oh my God.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
do
that's
look
the
like
dude.
you.
Listen, Miss Sylvia.
Wow.
And guess what? And if the judge don't want to believe that,
It looks just like you for real.
you playing. They locking me up for people that it ain't even me. Let
He
me show
looks
you
just
something.
like you.
Look, Miss Sylvia. You telling me y'all issuing a warrant for me?
Oh my
When
God.
you
gotta
can't say
quit.
which one of them is me? Which one of them is me? Well, they lie. I'm taking all the evidence to court.
But his teeth is messed up, so
I just got mine fixed. Hell, you talking about? You don't see the nigga smiling in that car. Whoever was in that car was that person in that picture. It ain't me. I had to take a picture with him because when I go to court and I tell my attorney to show it to the judge, Your Honor, the Atlanta police, they targeting me. This the man right here.
yeah, they did target you a couple of times because we
Look at it.
witnessed
You
that.
can't tell me that ain't Woody. You just can't. Look.
He look older than you.
No, man.
Yes, he do. He look older than you. He's
'Cause
about
I-
45. He
That-
look about 45.
That was the man in the car when the police put a warrant out on me. So at the end of the day, when I gotta go to court and prove my innocence, he coming in there to take his charge. And at the end of the day, Kayla gonna be representing him. I'm gonna have to.
Oh no, you didn't. You throwing shade at Kayla. Oh my God. I can't believe.
I know Kayla without my heart. That's my dog for life.
Oh, you see how he gonna throw shade at Kayla? Oh my gosh, she gonna get
Kayla
you.
gonna represent him because Kayla ride or die. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm gonna have to get Doug so Doug can look at the judge. How I like how Doug just you like. I talk to Doug, just I'm like, I'm be on the side of Doug like, kill a dog. So that's how that gonna go.
You know, Doug is watching you too.
I see Doug now. He
They're
just
all watching you right now. They see you.
I'm look back there. I'm seeing Miss Siri wing of her eye. Let me stop. We're gonna rebuke this because these motherfuckers trying to get me. Lord have mercy. Please don't let them police lock me up. Food together shit.
But okay, so that dude is not the one who told on you. Like that's what I keep hearing because I was in New York and they were calling me like, Woody got arrested, Miss Sylvia. How are we gonna help him out? I'm like, I'm in New York. I can't help. I was
Man, let me tell you this. This is like I felt like so many people that kept when the police brought me out, they wanted to look good. They just knew the camera people were gonna be out, right? They stand on both sides like they did something. I just want to know. I'm like, what I'm going to jail for? Why y'all locking me up? Like, I ain't broke the law. He like, oh yeah, man, some serious stuff. But the nigga let my arm go. So you know me, if I knew that I did something, I was gonna take out running. I keep trying to figure out what I did. I'm like, man, I ain't did nothing. What could they get me for? I ain't did nothing. They gotta come get me for some old stuff. All right, if it's some old stuff, I know I'm gonna beat it because I don't recall. So next thing you know, the nigga put me in the car. I said, this is how you know you're in trouble. He like, damn, you got one. He's like, what's your birthday? I like, bro, how you gonna lock me up and ask me what my birthday is? You already know I got a one. So shit, nigga, you should already know where the one at. So they tell me they gonna let my car go, then they gonna impound my car because whoever the person was I was talking to magically disappeared. so they mad because that person just vanished in thin air. And they don't know who it is. So the one, Papa, I said what the one is. Nigga said lane dragon. I said lane dragon. Anything with dragon in it is like drag queen. I ain't never heard of drag. Man, you playing with me at this point? Like, nigga, what the fuck you mean, drag, nigga? He talking about, oh, it's a misdemeanor. So I'm like, what is it? He like, oh, don't know what's in the car. I said, that ain't me. Every time y'all
in the car, donuts.
Yeah, they said burn the gas. So every time they pull my car over, I ain't never in the driver's seat. How y'all gonna go put once on me every time y'all stop my car?
That's not right. That is not right. If you're not driving, why should you get charged with that?
Right. So long story short, everybody goddamn police. Somebody recorded the video. And tagged my name on it. And then the police said it looked like me, and they said Woody. Somehow the police got a video and it said it's Woody. Like I told Doug Weinstein, can they y'all see these?
We don't want to see that.
Nah, you gotta see this, Miss Siri. Look, somebody tagged me this morning on Instagram and it's a dope fiend.
Hold on, let me put this on up.
Hey, he looked like, oh, you ain't gonna take no credit this week? Hey, look, I'm good for credit. Man, Siri, do you see that fool eye? I caught like a pistol. Man, they said you got that good dope. Well, what that good dope at? When I tell you, I'm gonna show that video to the judge too. I'm gonna tell the judge this person right here. Y'all messed up when y'all let him out of jail. You feel me? Real. You caught me when I'm feeling too good. Hey, you better watch out. I told you, don't poke me. Hey, this ain't the internet. Hey, I be trying to be peaceful, but shit, nigga, I'm still human. Yeah.
Hey, when you gonna do your comedy show? When you gonna get up on comedy? You need to. Seriously, you need to go find another gig and do comedy. For real. You funny. You're natural.
I'm just I'm my natural self. I
Exactly.
ain't funny, Miss Sylvia,
Funny.
because when people be laughing, I be like 3 seconds away going across their head. Nigga, you thought I was playing?
No,
Man,
for real. For real. You got it naturally. You crack folks up.
I don't want people to, because it's bad. Everywhere I go, people just bust out laughing. Like they
Because
go,
you're funny. You're natural.
they need to understand that I am serious. I ain't down playing. And as soon as they start laughing, I get mad. What the fuck you laughing at? Are you thinking funny? Come on.
Let me tell you what I started thinking about that day. Wait. Hold on. Listen. I'm trying to remember. Remember when you had got off the stand?
I don't recall, Miss Sylvia. I don't remember nothing that happened.
Wait.
Hell no, I don't remember nothing. I don't even want to be reminded of that shit.
Wait a minute.
Leave that alone.
Let me remind you.
Leave that alone. Hell no. Leave that. I don't recall. I'm telling you now.
I remember. Come on, remember you went in between the two doors and you had that paper in your hand?
I had that who?
That paper in your hand, and I'm trying to look at the paper, and you trying to show me without somebody looking at you showing me.
Shut up! Man, I'm gonna get the hell out loud. You just gonna steal all the damn beans. How you asking about this?
No. I just remember.
Hell no, you trying to send me back to the slim. This ain't loud.
No.
What the hell do I get off? Escape. Now this is stupid. You're in the show upload record. Oh,
don't you?
Damn, I can't press that.
What is that? Disney World?
Yeah, leave. Bye, Mr.
Bye, Woody. All right, guys. He just messed my whole recording. Okay, we're gonna go back. Oh my God. Who told me Woody was? Mimi, it's your fault. She came in here telling me that Woody's in the chat. Oh my God. Okay. I don't even think we can go back to doing what we were doing. I don't think we I can't compose myself. Oh God, y'all. Sorry what he gave me. Yeah, I could imagine. Oh Lord. Okay. He should do stand up, Julie. I told him he should do stand up. Where's he at? Is he in the bushes? Is he in our bushes? Y'all be surprised how many folks up in these bushes. You'll be surprised. Oh, okay, y'all. It is 10. What time is it? 10:28. Yeah. How much more of Mr. He's about to go off. Let's add him one more time. And hold on, because I don't want. I gotta put my what's the name up here? Hold on, I gotta put my I gotta put that up because folks be trying to steal my stuff. Woody, let me finish playing this because you got me discombobulated over here. All right, here we go.
Maybe she can curry some favor. Maybe in her mind she thinks she can curry some favor from these guys. Maybe she thinks she can curry some favor. Pending charges is still going on. Listen. We all have struggles and have things that we have to deal with. For some of us, it's addiction. It's a reality. It's a fact of life for many people. It is. No one's knocking that. But what you don't have a right to do is use your addiction to lie on people. Use your addiction conveniently to help you, to get sympathy. Because this isn't the forum for sympathy.
Uh-oh.
And you'll hear the law read to you about sympathy. You've heard some of it in curative instructions and things of that nature in this trial. So no one's beating up on Jordan Adams because she has an addiction. So don't miss what's happening right now in my presentation. I'm showing you all that when there's an addiction, it can transfer into lies and cause you to say and do things that are simply not true. So it's the conduct that maybe precipitates from the addiction. But we don't need to be the victims of that addiction by lying and saying things happened when they didn't, as it relates to Mr. Gibson, Mr. Taylor. Pending charges. Lead investigator Flores, she did very little on the case except interview Jordan Adams. I asked her on the witness stand what all she do. She interviewed no other witnesses. She never reviewed the Fulton County Police report. She didn't subpoena Jordan Adams' cell phone records. She spoke to Jordan Adams only one time. She didn't do any type of cell phone investigation to determine if any cell phone that's allegedly related or connected to Mr. Gibson would place him there through GPS coordinates or anything of that nature. You hear any of that evidence. You had no evidence that a phone belonging to Mr. Gibson was at that Airway Hotel. None of that came to you. Now, they did plenty in terms of getting text messages. Did a lot of that. But did anybody do anything in terms of saying, oh, let's map this phone. Let's see if his phone puts him over here in this Airway Motel. None of that. Any video surveillance? Did you see any video surveillance footage from the Airway Hotel where Mr. Gibson and this BMW was parked out front? Oh yeah, I saw his car too. Were you presented with any camera surveillance? Did you see him walking in and out of the property? Did you see his car coming in and off the property during this particular time frame? Did you hear any other witnesses say, yeah, I saw Mr. Gibson? Did you hear a manager say, hey, yeah, he was here? Did you hear any neighbors, any other neighbors in any of these rooms say it? No. No, 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 and no again. No. Why? Because there's no investigation done to even bring anything. Why? Because he wasn't there. What they do, in this case, unfortunately, is take a story of a person who says they were sexually assaulted, interview that person, tell me what they do, interview that person, send them to Grady, get a sexual assault kit done, wrap their arms around her as a sexual assault victim, interview her, send the labs out to GBI, try to see if they can connect it through forensics. That's what they do. That's what they did here. Did they corroborate anything that she says happened? No. They didn't go to Citgo and try to get any video surveillance footage? No. Up at the Citgo? No. Up and down Fulton Industrial Boulevard with any other businesses? No. Now, expert witnesses, ladies and gentlemen, testimony has been given in this case by quite a few witnesses who are termed experts. Expert witnesses are those who, because of their training and experience, possess knowledge of a particular field that is not common knowledge or known to the average citizen. The law permits expert witnesses to give their opinions based upon their training and experience. You are not.
All right, so I will finish the rest tomorrow. This is the first part. I do have more to show you guys. But for tonight, this is it. I hope you guys come back for more of our exclusive footage, because I'm going to get all that I can. Now I don't know I'm gonna get all 8 or 7 weeks. I don't know if I want to do that, because that's be like, I see why she didn't want cameras. She seems rude. Oh, Kayla, do not say stuff like that about the judge in this chat. We ain't. We're not saying stuff like that. No. We're not going to be mean to the judge. We're not going to be mean to the judge at all. We're going to be nice. Yeah, I'm going to take my butt, because we got to be in court tomorrow at 9. Tomorrow's a little bit early because they're still doing the jury. The juries are deliberating. They started deliberating at 4 something, and they went home at 6:20. They went home. Guys, please support this channel. You guys see that I do my best at trying to get stuff for you guys. It's not cheap to travel, and all that stuff is not cheap, and you see where your money is going to. Even though they say I'm a beggar, at least I beg for stuff to help you guys get footage and stuff like that. So please don't forget to support any kind of way you can. By supporting, you can hit the like button, share, and also I love me some Woody. You love Woody? Oh, you want me to tell him to come back? Woody, come back. Get out the bushes. Come on back. She loves you, Woody. She says she love her some Woody. Woody, you gonna give me some more they all love Woody. We gotta start doing a show together on a weekly basis, so folks could come on in here. Come on. And I could do something like members only type of thing with Woody. Y'all get to know him. Steen, what's on the list for her to take to court tomorrow? Steen, look, I'm taking this tomorrow, because this is what I have to bring for the footage. And I'm not taking all the witnesses, because I'm not going to do 7 weeks of testimony. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to get the testimony that I feel that I would like you guys to listen to. I'm not going to not doing it. I got it right here, Sting. I'm not doing it. I'm not. We can just find someplace else that you guys get the hard drive from. But guys, I really want to say thank you to those who continually support this channel financially. And one of my greatest supporters is Rosie and Steen. And my writer for my thumbnails and stuff is my CMT, man. Those 3 ladies have been consistent. Of course, of Miss Richards too. I forgot about Miss Richards, but I really am very grateful to you guys. Those that come in and here on the channel every single day. I'm telling you, Serena, Mimi, they support, and they're there every single day. Show up and do the moderation, and I really support you guys. Don't be telling me to shush. Steen do not like being put out there like that. I do sincerely thank you guys for your consistency, your love, and of course, Coco, I haven't forgotten about you as well. So guys, we got great things coming about on this channel. Shout out to back supporters. Yes, definitely Ash, definitely Miss Ronnie, all you guys. I really do appreciate it, because sometimes it gets really lonely, especially when craziness go about on these YouTube streets. It's just great to see familiar faces, people that ride with me regardless of what, that believes in me, that's sticking by me, and I totally appreciate it. Are you going to follow Kasuru? No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what case that is. I can't do every case because I'm only one person. I can't do all these cases. I do what I can, and cause y'all see the stuff, the struggle I go through trying to get Rule 22s, trying to get stuff, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Not easy. I need my channel to go back to what it was doing when I was doing YSL. I need that. I need those. I need to get this timing. Is my timing okay for you guys? I like this channel doing like morning rides to the courthouse and coming back and doing the evening thing. Can you guys, is that okay for you guys? Can y'all handle being on here and you got to build you a team? I know access. I do have to build, and I do. Here's the thing about building a team: you got to have people that are faithful to it. You know, you got to have people that are faithful, and it's not only a few that are faithful. Few, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pray about it. All access. I'm gonna pray about it, and ask God to send those. You know. And then here's the thing is, with everything that's been happening, not everybody that comes in your face acting like they want to help you really want to help you, because there is always some sort of ulterior motive. And that's what I'm learning. I'm learning there's always some sort of ulterior motive, and then it's going to take time and dedication. True, yeah. Not everybody's supposed to be with you. Not everybody. So I'm grateful for the few that I have, my few. My small but few, you know what I mean? And I am so grateful for them. So grateful. This channel thing here it's not easy. CJ, it's not easy. This channel thing is not easy at all. She is so good about speaking to everyone that comes into the chat. Mr. Boy, what did he say? Serena is the best everyone to give. Yeah, she definitely. Serena's she's my greeter. She doesn't want to be no mod, she just want to be a greeter. I completely understand. You also have to have good chemistry and support where you can. You are loved, and we always be here. Be here for you. Ashley, thank you for that. Let's see. And you know, I have some supporters who's not a mod, who's not they just come in, they're here all the time. Right? Don't be gullible. All right, don't be gullible. Latoya, what do you mean? Thank you, Jackie. Jackie, oh, you know what? Jackie, I got a bone to pick with you. Thank you for the super chat, but now I got a bone to pick with you. But we're gonna talk about it in the other channel, okay? Jackie, meet me on the other side, because we're not doing the craziness over here. But I'll see you guys in a few. We're going to the other channel so we can have a conversation, okay? Can I email you? Definitely, please email me with some ideas. Please do. But Jackie, I need to see you on the other side. So we're going to the slide channel now, y'all. CMT, give me a good thumbnail. I'll see you guys in a few. Love you guys. I gotta go on the other side. Bye. Peace out, y'all. We're gonna continue the footage next couple of days during the weekend. Okay. All right. Jackie, I need to see you on the other side. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign and joy is what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign and joy is what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the